welcome to the chat room. If there was one place where you had to meet some of the movers and shakers of Sharjah Warriors team, then this is the place. Today, in what should be the first of many fascinating discussions, we have none other than our Sridhar, the former India fielding coach and of course the director of cricket at Sharjah Warriors. Thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here on the chat room.
Today actually you're opening the act for us. Please tell us all of this fallen place and the start of the journey with Sharjah Warriors.
We'll have to go back to almost 10 to 11 months ago. I mean, it was around about March, April in 2022 when Rajesh approached one of our stakeholders, Sanjeev, and they closed the deal of coaching beyond, setting up the cricketing operations for the team which Capri Global had bought in the ILT20. And we had to start from zero, we had to start from scratch. And here we are now on the cusp of what is going to be a very exciting tournament.
Now tell me one thing, when you sat down and you had your think tank, what was the first thing that came to your mind? What kind of formation were you looking at? What sort of, you had a blank canvas. What did you have in your mind?
Look, first of all, we did some homework. We found out that we were going to play about 5 games of ours in Sharjah cricket stadium. So based on that, we set about making the team. Obviously, when you make a team from scratch, you'll have to look at various components. You'll have to look at the star value of the players. You'll also have to have a balance of all-rounders. You'll have a balance of spinners, wrist spinners, finger spinners, left-hand batters, right-hand batters, left-arm fast bowlers, right-arm fast bowlers. And more importantly, those players should be part of the overall vision which you envisage for the team. When you make a team, you're looking at making a team which will play in a certain manner, and you want to create a certain kind of a culture which goes with the city of Sharjah. And then again, the next challenge was obviously to get players to be available for the tournament, But fortunately, we created a niche. We signed some good players.
Absolutely. You talked about the balance, you talked about the challenges. And one thing I really wanted to ask is the combination of the English and the Afghan players. What do you have to say to that?
Well, the English players are the flavor of the season, aren't they? They just won a World Cup and they are extremely experienced in terms of T20 cricket. I mean, having someone like Moeen Ali in the squad, calm, composed, leader. And if you see the common thing in all, whether it is Mo, whether you talk about Chris Wokes or you talk about Devin Malan, they are fierce competitors, but they are excellent persons of the field as well. So that was something which we were very, very fixed about. Like, we want to make a team which consisted of good people, but they will not give an inch on the ground, They will fight till their last drop of sweat. And now I'm going to talk about the Afghan players. They are the ones who are going to attract the local crowd. And we have Mohammad Nabi. He lives in Sharjah, if I'm not mistaken. He's a Sharjah boy. He's someone who brings the best out of the people around him. He's got this magnetic charisma. Ramanullah Gurbaz is someone who plays courageous cricket and never bogs down, never goes on down to caution or conservative cricket. And then I have Naveen, who's in excellent form as a bowler. He had a great World Cup down, and then he also bowling well now in the Big Bash. And of course, we have a mystery spinner in Noor Ahmed. So these are the boys who are going to win you matches. They want to rub shoulders with the big boys from the UK. So when they combine together, it's going to be a proper cricket team.
Yeah. Okay. Now we've spoken enough cricket. Now let's talk about the other side. See, you are heading the operation, so to say, at Sharjah Warriors. What is that secret recipe that you're bringing? You're drawing from your past experiences, putting it together and bringing it here.
Secret recipe. I don't know if I would use the word secret recipe. Like you said, I would probably use the word the experiences gained, the wisdom gained by making mistakes. I had an opportunity to work under some great leaders, right from whether it was Gary Kirsten or whether it was Duncan Fletcher, Ravi Shastri, Anil Kumble, Rahul Dravid. Of course, I spent a lot of time learning the nuances of leading a team from Ravi Shastri. But then again, watching the likes of MS Dhoni from close quarters, how he operates, watching the likes of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma from close quarters, how they operate. and what is needed in a high performance environment. It was fascinating for me to put it into use while making the team here. End of the day, you don't coach the sport, you coach people. I think we're planning to build a brand based on loyalty, fearlessness, and being honest.
I think before we wrap up, one quick question. How do you put together such a disparate team? How do you make them gel well for the next 5 weeks and hopefully go on to win the trophy?
That's the challenge. That's the challenge the coaching staff will have, to get them to trust in each other, to get them to gel with each other. Obviously, when they understand the common goal, when they know what they are here for, and this team is there for them, the whole platform is there for them to play in this tournament, and it will bring the best out of them, and then automatically it happens. Obviously, you want to win the trophy, but that should be a byproduct of what you create, the culture you create, the environment you create. If that is good, then winning and performances will just be a byproduct. So once the players understand that, I think they will all be looking in the same direction and wanting to do well for each other more than for anything else.